Hey guys, it's Yarfsold. Welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. I think this is about where the last video stopped. I believe I have all the skills right where they should be, so let's get to it.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
The cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Don't treat me like another one of these locals. You're completely overwhelmed, and you could do with reinforcements.
What are you thinking? That you can call the National Guard to an island like Darkwater? For a stranded fish? Gosh darn, Mr. Not Like Another One of these locals. Go give your valuable advice somewhere else, huh? Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Put that beast back. You hear that? You bilge rats don't scare
Nothing
me.
for you here either.
What did he call us? Just
Pretext.
I said you were a bilge rat. Even if the bugs lifted.
The bar it is.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
I'm gonna pick you up.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
That guy was looking for trouble. So choose your camp if you don't want the same trouble.
Hey, buddy, I don't want any trouble.
So serve me a drink.
Just to make things clear, only regulars can run up a tab. Others pay.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. And I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Okay, enough.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Okay, found out all about that.
You know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
No drinks, because we're
That'll
staying
be all
sober.
for now.
Can't talk to you.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Okay, so the 21st of May of 1847, miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The group of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. And we also have warehouse for rent and celebration. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of the brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave the bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Interesting.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
That symbol on his hand, of course I'm trying to point at it, you guys can't see it, but it looks
Ah, that's it.
interesting.
Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Nothing else? Okay.
You like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. It don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847. It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course. They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them. Until the last, the biggest.
One of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger. So long.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Dang.
I told you to beat it.
There. I guess it's off talking to the captain.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Okay, up here we go.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Nothing in the bathroom.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
I got one thing. After character creation, or the original putting in of points, you cannot actually do anything to your medicine or your occultism. It says actually down here that you have to, it can only be improved by finding objects in the environment, which is interesting. I have one character point available. Go for psychology. Nope. So, go up here before we talk to the captain.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Peg leg. I'm guessing the mist coming out of that is because of the whale oil that they probably use.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who'd want this information to be hidden? Anything over here to look at? Ooh.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
The terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Sorry, dude.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the book.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Already did.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
Why are they putting it back in the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Okay, now here is the...
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
But she looks awesome, and I want her gloves. And her outfit, honestly.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
I think that's it then. Now, like I said at the end of the previous video,
Oh yeah.
I've played through this part, and I've actually gotten up to the point where I've gone into, like, just reached inside of the warehouse. So I apologize for not really chattering on about certain things in this and not having too much of a reaction, but it's nothing too new.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
Dang.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to...
Okay, so just nothing else from him. This way, no.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh? We saw what you did to St. Brendan. Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords. You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match. For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable. There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait. Now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue. Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us. What brings you to dark water?
Not about St. Brendan.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly? You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do. St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat. It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here. Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
There we go.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Okay, I think I've exhausted everything.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
I also apologize for all of the notifications popping up on my screen. I didn't think I'd have to turn anything off because I don't really get much of that stuff. Ooh.
There.
Okay, well, last time I played this, I did not get in here, so this is new.
Hello, old friend.
Okay, so all that was in there was booze. Nice. Well, I guess since it is during the time of the Prohibition, that's a big thing, but I wonder if I can give it to those guys.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Okay. Well, now that I got something new, let's see if I can... I will say I hadn't tried to talk to the two guarding that empty space, guarding the entryway. I will go over there and try and speak with them. Hopefully I don't get my ass kicked.
Tell me, who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Why, we don't have a clear conscience.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaps. Go die of thirst, the lot of you, and stink less.
Cat, she's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Okay.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse.
Let's see.
I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Now, we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Okay, so one last thing. We'll see if I can lie to him.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
Okay.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
I'm wondering if I give them the alcohol to go fight them.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
Always.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Look what I've got.
You're a good guy, you.
Okay, sorry about that cut right there. My husband called Grendel, so I had to take that. But back to the game.
Cheers, you jackass.
I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going? No, no, it's not what you think. It's just that you shouldn't hide your...
But like I said last time, this is actually new territory for me. I did not come this way because I was unable to unlock that door. So I had to go in through a back way. And that back way probably actually comes out here. Kind of had the game's first, like, scare and sanity test. So you guys don't see that this time. I'm sorry, but I know there's gonna be more.
Let's see.
Crossing fingers. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, this place stinks.
Actually, I remember this. I came out.
What is the
up
connection
top.
between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Oh, what the? To enter a reconstruction scene. Okay. Interesting.
What happened here?
Okay. I like this.
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death. It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
A deranged band? Ew.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
No, I want to take a look at this real quick.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
I know I can leave it, but I don't want to leave just yet. But I think that is everything. Woohoo! Okay, Well, it looks like I just got another character point. Gonna take the moment. Okay. I'm gonna pause this video again real quick, see if I can stop these notifications from popping up. Give me just a second. Okay, it stopped. No more interruptions, except maybe from my cat in the background. I don't think she is right here. But anyway, ooh, I got 3 points. So, okay, so I'm professional at spot hidden, my investigation, and my strength. Now I can either go with the ability to influence those around me by my power of speech. It can increases my chance of convincing and manipulating people. Or psychology. I'll go with psychology, put one more in the eloquence. So next time I'll pump it into this one and I'll have things kind of even. Ooh, I'm almost up on medicine. Okay, anyway, validates. Alright. Now the thing is, how do I get out of here? Do I go the same way? I guess.
Someone settled in here.
Shit.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there?
Shit.
Yo, don't move! The Hawkins case has been wound up. Let the dead rest in peace.
Oh god, threaten. Okay, no. We're not gonna threaten the officer.
You seem like a competent officer. You should help me, John.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange poetry. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion.
He has his face.
I want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? Open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her
Oh
again.
shit.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen
Not
it.
so.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Okay. I guess I'll read this. Gardens of the Hawkins mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises. The signs of recent occupation, as well as a partially charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Creeper. Maybe Silas?
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like his son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
More questions.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. Guilt
Anymore?
torments him enough as it is.
Oh.
Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Only one more, sir.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. Since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Alright, I am actually going to call it here. I believe we've started chapter 3. I'm just guessing by the jump. I will be doing the next playthrough actually the same day of this recording, and I actually have convinced Grendel to join in. Don't be surprised if he's not active in it, but I think since we're finally getting into the meat of things, he'll be more apt to pay attention. Plus, if this game isn't like any other investigative RPGs I've seen, there will be puzzles. I suck at puzzles, but Grendel is amazing at them. So, he'll be doing that. I'll be doing all the legwork. But I'm excited. I'm enjoying this. But I did have a different playthrough this time around, just because for some reason my lockpicking skills actually worked. So, no scary moments, which was pretty much, no, I'm not going to ruin that. Yeah. We missed a scary portion, but it's okay. There will more than likely be more. But until next time, I'm Yarskald, and I will see you in the next episode.